listen, it's I'm So Hard. Go on to the app or whatever it is.
What app?
Well, wherever you listen to your podcasts and rate and subscribe us, okay? We never say that you guys should do it because evidently it does all these really good
Oh, yeah,
things
we forget literally every week to say rate and subscribe.
Yeah, because we need you to download.
What? Jen, have you just literally confused every listener? Like, they're like, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to come and listen to a podcast, and now you're telling me to do all this hard stuff. They've already got, everybody's going back to school. Everybody's got 50 forms. They don't need to.
It's not hard. Just do it when you're thinking about it sometime.
Here's the thing. We're hashtag IMOMSOHARD, all one word. Evidently, we've made it really hard with our name and our hashtag.
Yeah, so if you're going to look for us, Google it. You got to do all one word.
You can also go to our website, IMOMSOHARD.com. We're also on tour. We're having a good time. We're not there yet.
Oh my gosh, come see us live.
Yeah, it's super fun.
If you think these voices are real Midwestern on a podcast, wait till you see them in real life.
Yeah, and if you come to a Midwest show, then we're probably going to walk out with a casserole.
We're going to eat something potato related. Yep.
Like,
God, we're going to drink really cold beer. I can't wait. So, okay, go to imomsohard.com. You can find all these things. Anyways, we are going to talk about fashion today, what's going on these days, because we're both having some issues with it. But Kristen's riding horses, you guys. Please tell me that has nothing to do with your fashion. You start wearing pearl button shirts, Kristen, and I'm going to intervene.
I will tell you this. I'm going to brag right now.
Okay.
I've modeled 2 times in my life. One time was for the Historical Society in Central City, Nebraska.
What did you model?
Wedding dresses.
Oh my God. I swear 14. To you. Have you told me this before?
I don't know.
I am seeing time bend. I don't know why I keep having deja vu. Like, it's crazy.
I modeled wedding dresses when I was 14.
So creepy.
Couldn't even get them buttoned because the women of that time wore corsets and I did not have one on.
Oh, so Kristen, they also didn't have food. They came over during the potato famine.
Literally, they were trying to button this dress and they were like, she's going to break it. And I was like 100 pounds wet. So that was the first time I modeled. And
they were 100 pounds pregnant back then.
They were 100 pounds pregnant.
So
yeah,
bad.
That was a maternity wedding dress, which I'm familiar. The second time I ever modeled, not to brag, but I'm going to brag, I got paid, I think, $125 to do a lot of modeling for the Fort magazine out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
What?
The Fort.
The
Fort is Western wear. And I'm going to tell you something that I enjoy, Western wear, because it is built for me. I look great in Wranglers. I look awesome in a pearl button shirt. Thank you very much. And a cowboy hat. And I party all night long. It is literally kind of what I'm meant to wear ropers. Am I getting aroused? Maybe. I'm not kidding.
I'm not going to ever take you to a Wilco concert or your crotch will explode, woman. There's no way.
Wilco? My people don't listen to Wilco.
But they wear those shirts?
Ironically, ew. You want to know what would explode my patience at a Wilco? Ew, I don't even call that music. I can't. But if you took me to like any country western, I kind of thrive there. Are you upset right now?
No, because I don't wear
the
country
clothes.
western concerts. I don't think
Alan
they
Jackson,
wear.
My first concert ever. Awesome. Confederate Railroad.
Does he still wear those kinds of shirts?
Yes, they're the sexiest thing you've ever seen.
I'm going to look it up right now.
What are you talking about? I mean,
does Alan Jackson? Hold on.
Does Alan Jackson wear Western clothes? What do you think he's going to wear? An Ed Hardy shirt?
Does Alan Jackson wear what? Quit talking! I'm trying to voice text you. Stop! I'm trying to voice text, Kristen. God, you can't. Okay, ready?
Is Jen a hooker?
Oh, there's some photos that came up. I don't want to. It says, text Kristen, okay, ready is a general hooker, is what it just came out as. Okay, hold on. Does Alan Jackson wear Western wear?
Cock and balls.
What if Alan Jackson's cock and balls picture comes up? I'm just going to Google Alan Jackson. Okay, and I'm going to type it. Oh, I'll be damned. Okay.
He wears I'm sorry. I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to throw this out there.
Does he ever?
Does Alan Jackson
I don't know if these
Western
photos are 40 years old or not, though. I'm having trouble telling. I
don't know what the F you're saying right now that you would think I've been to a concert.
Is he missing a tooth?
It doesn't matter.
Wait, is that him, though? That looks like he's got.
Well, God, yes, it is.
Hey, listen, a guy missing a tooth doesn't bother me. I got to think for hockey players, rodeo guys.
He was sung one of my favorite songs when I was in college when I was learning to country swing.
Which one?
I've been down another kind of hoochie. It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Chattahoochee.
On a Jordan high.
We didn't get caught. On the river on a Friday night. Yep.
I think that's Alan Jackson.
He wears Western wear. Now,
God,
I'm going to show
Jen.
you a picture of him in a white hat and a white and green shirt. And you tell me if you're going to jump on his bones.
Well, I'm going to say he's long in the tooth there, but I didn't say I was attracted to Alan Jackson.
Oh, God,
but
he looks
I do
like Dewey.
that shirt.
He looks like Dewey.
He looks like my dad. That's why I said I can't be attracted to that.
Oh, God, he looks like everyone. Holy cow.
First, second of all,
Holy cow, you
look
guys.
at Blake Shelton. Have you ever seen a hotter guy than Blake Shelton?
Look at him and all. Wait, that's on
Why
The
are
View?
you... What?
I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I don't think he's
He is a tall drink of water wearing nothing but Western clothes, and he's married to Gwen Stefani, Stefani, who is so into fashion. I mean,
okay, I just think God put them together, though. I don't think they should have, wasn't she married to Gavin Rossdale?
yeah, he seems like a total D-bag.
Talk about hot, though. I don't care. That guy could be mean to me.
Because he's got a widow's peak and he wears dumb. You want to talk about dumb fashion?
He's just intense and mean, and I don't know.
I am upset I want her to you're from Nebraska and you don't understand the appeal of the Western apparel.
I didn't say that I don't find it appealing. On you, I don't find it appealing.
You've never seen it because I'm not allowed to be myself here in California.
Why don't you get out the fort and let's see your pictures?
Oh, God.
Please tell me Terry's got those.
My friends, I didn't tell anybody that I modeled for the fort. And in one shirt, I will tell you, in one photograph, I'm wearing a T-shirt that says, rodeo naked, I'll bring the spurs. And
when you were 14?
No, when I was 20, thank you. And so my friends got a copy of it, Kevin and all my friends, and they lived across the street from me when I was in college. And I went over to a party and they had decked out their entire fridge in only pictures of me modeling Western wear. Here's the thing.
Genius.
I was like, Kevin, did you go to class
any of
today?
Those photos, I'll pay top dollar for a copy.
I know they're around. I've got a copy of it somewhere. I'm actually really proud of them. I look great. I'm wearing red ropers. I thought the girl I was modeling with, I was like, she's so pretty. She's so, this is awesome for me. Because, that was the end of my modeling career.
I guess you can wear what you want. I'm always going to support your
But now that I'm into
choices,
horses, I might
but
go
I'm just
full
a little
tilt.
bit worried. Yeah. I'm a little worried about
I'm feeling like I'm coming into my own.
You wear those you wear those super tight ones without the pockets on the back, and I'm going to put my foot down, though.
No, you're not. You're going to think it looks so good. Heart-shaped butt. Big old buckle. Come on. Sexy.
I'm very into a good belt buckle. I grew up around all that stuff. Trust me. I like.
It's my favorite. Here's the thing. I love.
Oh my God! Now I want a belt buckle with a snake head on it or something.
You want one with all the glitz and glamour.
Yeah.
That's how. I would just like to say, this is funny that you're giving me shit because you're currently wearing the biggest necklace I've ever seen. It's hurting her neck.
It's a giant lion. It really actually is very heavy. It's my husband got it for me. It's probably made for a man, maybe a man who plays for the Dodgers. But I love it. He went to downtown Los Angeles because I was like, I'm a Leo. I don't have enough Leo stuff. So he got me this Leo.
It's very cool. It's very you. It's a giant lion in between your boobs. So it works.
Yep.
But look at how accepting I am. Meanwhile, if I wanted to come in with a pair of Wranglers, I feel like I would be ostracized. And those are very comfortable because the seams are built different.
Well,
so it doesn't hurt your choo-choo, which, by the way, riding a horse.
Okay, Kristen's riding a horse. So tell us what's going on with your choo-choo.
Okay. I decided that my daughter is starting to take riding lessons and you get to do one riding lesson for half the money. And I was like, you know what? I haven't been on an official riding lesson ever in my life. I just was thrown on a horse when I was a kid and told to ride. So I was like, I'm going to do it.
Here's basically an unpredictable car. Get on it.
Yeah, here's a car. You're so small that your legs don't. It looks like I'm in a full split on top of this saddle. I had my own saddle when I was little. And I'll tell you right now what my ass could never get into, that saddle. I had my name on a belt that was on my back.
Oh,
on the back,
yeah.
And Kristin was wrapped around my entire waist. I've seen the belt. My mom won't give it to me. And it looks like...
Kristen's misspelled. She doesn't want to...
No, that was a shelf I got for Christmas. They had it...
Is that right?
And they spelled an E on. And so then I had to put a precious moment in front of the E all the time.
Yeah.
It was real upsetting.
That's how she got into whittling, you guys.
Yeah. They're like, give her something to do.
Christine.
I made an entire banister in 4 minutes. I'm on this horse today, and I got on the horse and I was like, oh, look at that. My vagina is right there on this saddle.
Well, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
So I got on the horse.
On your choo-choo.
It did not feel good.
Oh.
The opposite.
Wrong angle?
Wrong angle.
Okay.
Saddle situation and jeans that were not made for riding. And maybe a vagina that isn't made for riding. Maybe a vagina that was like, oh, this has been a while. What? Yeah. Maybe she's more relaxed and then, pulled in. As not saying it's out. I'm just saying maybe one is a little
out?
bit. Well, when you get on a saddle. Are you a
bird?
No.
Okay.
When you get on a saddle.
Don't use euphemisms. I don't know what you're talking about.
When you get on a saddle.
Yes.
You got your leg over to the other side.
Yep.
So you're kind of spread, right?
Yeah.
You're spread on a saddle. You got to use all your muscles in your hoo-ha situation to pull everything up so that you're squeezing your butt, your thighs, your kegels, your inside. Like you're using micro muscles in the base of your abs.
Well, then that's what I feel like. How are you going to enjoy it then? That's why
Because I'll tell you this,
if
you don't flex and you just, everything
you're going to have
relaxes
a saddle
and you're going to have, looks like somebody punched you in your vagina because you're going to have fat lips. So you've got to pull yourself up.
Yeah.
So you're not getting
It's like watching one of those Rocco porns where you're like, no woman enjoys that. That's too much.
Correct.
Okay.
But I would like to think that my writing experience did not look like porn. But if it did, what's up? Fort Magazine model. So you have to do something called posting where you ride in opposition to the horse. So you're pulling yourself up to stand up. So when the horse trots, you're not getting bounced all over the place.
Okay.
Because, by the way, it hurts your boobs too. It is so athletic. Anybody that's on a horse, it is so athletic. You don't think it is, but you get done and you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh God, my thighs hurt so bad. Oh God, why does my vagina hurt?
I imagine that you would be like tense also.
You have to be so that the horse is not, so you're not hitting yourself there. Yeah. And guys don't have it any easier. You got to use your leg muscles.
That was where my brain went I feel like that would be a ball wrecker.
It's exactly. So I guess what I'm saying is don't use euphemisms. Just use the other gender. If you're on there and you're a dude, it's a ball wrecker.
Where do they put them?
It's no different for women.
I mean, you have to put them up and away.
I'm not sure.
What do they do?
With Western saddles, you lean back a little bit. It's a little bit more relaxed, but with equestrian, you're sitting very straight up. Maybe
that's why those Wranglers have balls so front forward like they do.
I would imagine.
Because they're keeping them out of the...
You're bull riding. You don't want your testicles to take a beating or get killed because you got gored in an extreme sport.
You're talking dirty.
You like bull riders?
I think rodeo's kind of hot. But I don't like it from a humanitarian standpoint.
Well, because they make the bull mad by pulling on its wiener?
Yeah. It's not like bull fighting, but, it's still... I don't think they pull on the wiener. I think they just put that sticky thing.
What?
They put this...
No, I think they pull the wiener back. Can you look at it? Not the wiener.
Please, God. Then I am for sure not into... I think they just put this band that's very uncomfortable around that bull, and he tries to kick it off.
Oh, I think it's doing something to his nuts. I think they do that on purpose. I think they aggravate him so he'll buck. And then
I want you to know this.
Is this urban legend?
No, I'm going to tell you this, and you're probably going to be surprised that when I worked for a newspaper, I used to cover rodeos, and I would go and I would get my beer and I'd have my notebook and I would stand over the chutes, and the bull was down there.
This is totally feeding into your fantasy about a cowboy.
Why do you think I did it on Friday nights, Kristen?
We've been together for too long.
If I know what you're trolling, man.
I know what your fantasy is. You're like, well, I'm on a prairie. And I'm in a house by myself. I'm like, what is this?
I know. You get like a Russian hockey player who learns to rodeo and then volunteers to coach rugby on the weekends, and I will explode.
Yeah, I think. Am I right?
And he's my husband.
See,
what?
I told you. Yeah, they put a thing that ties onto their genitals, pulls them, makes them mad, and they buck. Yeah, I knew that. On the bulls, genitals, not on the cowboys.
I thought it was like a band that went around.
It's not. What would that be? Just an uncomfortable waistband? Then that bull is a big wuss because I've had many. I have one right now.
Look at how long you've gone on about riding a horse. You can imagine what a bull feels like.
If a bull had a podcast, it'd be like, they put this thing on my wiener.
Are there
Don't use a euphemism.
Are there bull riding podcasts, do you think?
I don't think at the same time.
Okay, see, I'm trying to find a picture. See, there's that. See, they put that band on there, and I'm sure it goes over their wiener, right?
Well,
but
that's
it's
what I'm saying.
uncomfortable, and they're trying to kick it off.
I don't think it's pulling on it like a lasso. All right, so it's a controversial sport, is what we're saying, but we're not controversial on the fact that those guys are kind of hot. By the way, they're all 18. Because once you turn 20, you're like, oh shit, there's real.
Well, I have no interest in a bull rider that's younger than 18 years old. I have no interest in a bull rider at all, honestly. But they are good looking sometimes.
They are good looking, and it's a fantasy thing. It
is.
There's something about it, like a man that's been out on the plains, bringing in the.
I do think team roping might be a little mean. I don't know.
What?
Team roping, where they get the front legs and back legs. It feels.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. The rodeos have great food. You go to a rodeo.
Great food. And they're really
fun. The dances are always really fun.
How else can you tell what look at what that bull is doing.
I'm not looking at the bull. That guy's like a calendar.
He looks like Dewey. He looks just like Dewey.
That. You can't just.
God, Kristin.
You're not going to kill me on everything.
No, sorry. He's closer to maybe an Alan Jackson.
Okay.
Okay.
He looks like a blonde Dewey. Here's the thing. I think that the country western like rodeo culture is so awesome because not only do I love the fashion, I love the community of it where like it's the only place where you can learn a dance and you can go dance with somebody or you can learn a line dance and dance next to somebody. It's super fun. It's literally so fun. Why am I trying to sell this? No one's listening to me.
I don't know, Chris. I really don't.
Jeans are so good.
What you're saying is good about it is literally great about most things. I don't know. There's nothing besides.
Where are we going to go dance to music and like be able to besides salsa? Fine. Where?
Like countless at a wedding. I mean, really kind of like.
What song are we dancing
to? Besides tying wieners up, there's nothing different about rodeo and any other thing you can do on a Friday night. Bulls are different.
Bulls are different, but that's not what I mean. I mean, bull wad. I mean, okay, so you go. If you've never been to a barn dance or to a rodeo and then gone to a country dance afterwards.
How dare you?
Okay, then remember where you're from.
I don't think it's there.
Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go in LA that has anything like that? Besides a country western bar in Chatsworth.
Kinda. Well, do they have that?
Yes, I've been
I don't
once.
you know what it is?
I don't
love line dancing.
You do?
I don't love it. No, I don't love it.
It's so dorky.
You do?
Well, yeah, because then you high five after. Everybody's real into it. If you know the moves, you got to look on YouTube first, see what's in. I got a couple. Have you never done the electric slide at a wedding?
Of course I've done that. That's the only one I'll learn. I even do little spins in there and stuff. I have my own
As my mother does.
But I don't want to learn all the things.
I do. I love it. It's so dorky. It's great.
We were supposed to be talking about fashion and somehow we got
into country. I did not mean to go so deep into this, but the more I'm around horses.
This was just supposed to be about why your choo-choo hurts.
It's the fashion. It's the jeans I was wearing. I blame them. I blame my jeans for a lot of things.
You know what? I've got a really good idea.
What?
Your spin shorts that you wear with the padding over everything.
Thank you for telling everybody.
Everybody has, people who bike, go on the road, they wear those. Yes. You have to wear those pads on there.
Peloton seat is not comfortable.
That's imagine the Peloton seat going over potholes and stuff like that, right?
No thanks.
You rip your labia straight off. And I know because I rode my dad's bike when I was 8 one time and I fell on it and I thought I did.
Did you break your hymen? TBD, circling back.
I don't know. I broke something, let's just say.
I was like, bike accident killed my crotch too.
I just was like, Mom, I need ice for my area. Don't ask any questions.
I hit my crotch so hard on a bike with a boy's bike, that's what
my dad had this burgundy 70s handbrake thing and there was I just stopped in the middle of the street too fast and went.
Same. I don't know a girl that hasn't had that happen.
You know what? Also, I covered the gay rodeo, which is a lot of fun. And it's literally just like a rodeo, but everybody's gay.
That sounds like a regular rodeo.
I wondered. I saw some similar faces, and I was like, how come nobody's into me? I can't wear a mini skirt up on this shoot anymore and get ignored, okay?
Do you, man. Like, gay rodeo, straight rodeo, nobody's wearing a shirt. I'm in for a... Look, gay rodeo, straight really rodeo, everybody's
pants.
got abs. I'm down to
You see somebody from behind, you don't know who it is anyway.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Because I'm just there for my own... I'm told you the food's good. So, like, I'm having a good time at either one. I mean, everything's on a stick.
Like you can get a pie. It's crazy.
Oh, the best pie.
Oh my God, I'm salivating right now.
What are we talking about? Fashion?
Well, I don't know, but it made me think of this other thing when we're talking about how we're talking about fashion, obviously. So it made me think about this. Like Kristin and I are constantly apologizing to men, like our husband.
What?
Well, no. Hear me out.
Come mad again.
We are very open about anything that happens on our lower half, like any of it, and we will just say it because we're too old to kind of give a shit or something, right? But then we're like, oh, sorry, dude, because some men are still living under the mystique that women don't poop or like...
Right. Not my husband.
He's
like, wow, you're really,
like
you're really out there.
Cough, right?
Yeah.
So, but our husbands are like pretty much aware of it. But
pretty much. Mine's very aware.
Mine's super aware too. Yeah. But I was having this thought, like, if a boy gets kicked in the balls or see, everybody knows how horrible that hurts because it's okay to vocalize and talk about your body
Not
parts.
only that, were you told like two things as a youngin'? You were told if anybody tries to grab you, kick them in the balls and run.
Yeah.
Or don't ever kick them in the balls.
Yeah.
Like you were told two things.
Never
like,
kick your brother.
So you were told like the balls were this holy grail from day one. I kicked
Yeah.
my cousin James square in the balls. He had it coming. He took my clarinet during band. I was pissed and I hit him square in the balls, dropped him flat. I got in so much trouble.
Yeah. You are so allowed, boys are so allowed to talk about their body parts.
Yeah, like don't wreck the...
But women, young girls are taught, like my husband was
Shame.
saying something about my daughter, you know how when girls are in the pool too long, adults, me right here, you're in the pool too long, it's heavily chlorinated or something. That's why I prefer a saltwater pool personally.
Yep.
Your chooch hurts.
Yep.
Like it really hurts.
Because your pH gets jacked up. It's internal.
I say to her, I'm like, does it feel okay? And I can see my husband get uncomfortable. I'm like, no.
We're
going
not
to
gonna
talk about balls, and they're out there, and they're like, we can talk about them.
We can be open. Because even with humor, if you're being open, you're still being open.
Yeah.
Like there's a permission there, even if it's like the guys are being funny about it. It's still you're being outward.
Yes.
And women, we're told like, oh, either it's crass or it's kind of gross or it's crude. Yeah. Or you're supposed to go the other direction. It's just like we just talk about it. Like who cares?
Totally. That's what it makes me think about that. Like, riding a horse probably hurts your
gene,
your part. Yeah, all of your parts.
Genie.
And like we should be able to have that conversation, not be apologetic about it.
Well, I had to take a warm bath. If that tells you anything, I had hurt my butt and my chew.
A sitz bath.
Well, it was a oh God, I haven't flexed those muscles for anybody. I'm gonna I might stand straighter at this point. I do have to tell you on the note of talking about body parts. We were taking a dog walk yesterday. I was with the kids, and Finn saw a car and he goes,
"Hold on, Colin's bringing up the garbage
oh God."
cans.
Doesn't he know? It's in the calendar, you guys. It's literally in the calendar. But he brings the bins up.
Yeah. Here's some. That's why
He's
we're
gonna
pouring a little bit
here's
more
the thing.
of
I'm gonna tell you this.
Accomplice rosé. It's delicious.
My husband thinks he's being quiet. That's the thing. God love him.
Yeah.
God love him. But I don't know if he has a inner ear thing. I don't know if you can say that.
Well, you know what? Yes, of course you can say that. We can talk about our choo-choos and we can talk about inner ear things because it's just a part of our bodies.
To determine that he's being loud.
It might have been your neighbor.
Oh, maybe.
Putting
he's probably
it on top
looking
of
at my
my
bins
car.
like, oh, the heathens. They haven't brought in their bins yet.
Well, they haven't washed
Give us
these
a second,
bins
guys. When we're in the middle of a really fun bit, my husband will bring in the bins. It'll be perfectly timed.
He'll chuck them over the fence.
So we were walking in the neighborhood, and Finn goes, oh, man, I really like that car. It's a Volvo. And I go, I said, that's a Volvo.
Yeah.
A vulva is part of a female
Jen
anatomy.
has a
First of all,
vulva.
I was literally going through
Aunt
my
Jen
head
has both of those things.
Aunt Jen has both. I didn't say that because he would have been like, I'm upset. or excited. Either one, I didn't want to thread that needle. But he goes, I really like a vulva. And I go, that's a part of a female vagina. And then in my head, I was like, where is the vulva? Do I know exactly? And is that
Google?
I think that's the part that Eleanor calls the hot dog buns.
Yes.
She's like, is that right? No, it's not the inside of the buns. It's the outside. The buns. Right?
Hold on. I'm going to Google it. Hold on.
Google vulva.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's
vulva.
Natalie's on a Volvo.
Okay, Volvo came up. Hold on. It's
a
doing
interesting
a predictive.
Again, why two V words?
I'm going to get
Vagina,
some horrifying
vulva,
images.
Testicle,
Let's see. Hold
penis,
on.
very different words.
Oh, it's the whole area. It's hot dog buns. Yeah, it's
the hot
all
dog
of it.
buns.
Yeah, okay.
It's the package?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the buns.
So riding a horse hurts the hot dog buns.
Ooh, it hurts. If you relax, it'll breach the gate.
Because that bone's there. Oh,
and you're open. So the point is, you have to, I was like, shit, I should have done this, when I could have, after a baby, because, you have to literally force everything in and up so that you're flexing, so you sort of rise above that saddle. So when you see people on a horse, you think, on some level, it's the horse doing all the work. It's the person on top that's staying up.
Okay. I picture your vulva coughing. It's doing a lot of work.
It's like, this is like 30 minutes? We have to be on this horse for 30 minutes?
There's a lot to hurt down there. And so it's not
this
just...
thing's like, hold on a second. We haven't done anything active in 4 years.
Wait, you want all that in here? Whoa. I would like to speak with a manager.
My vulva's a Karen. I think I'm okay with my vulva being a Karen. It needs to stand up to somebody.
Without the fancy haircut.
Without the fancy haircut. I promise you, not a fancy haircut. My Karen is very natural.
It's like Karen 78.
Karen 78 is fine down there.
Yeah.
Karen 78 is given a little bit of a breach between all of me and the saddle.
Well, that's interesting
because
because
sweet love today on that horse.
People who do ride bikes, like cross-country bike riders, will completely wax even the men because of the friction from the seat.
I'm going to think things through next time because I probably don't have anything left down there.
I'm picturing
rubbed off.
too much about your situation right now.
Well, let me show you a video. Not of my crotch.
Nope,
not
show me
Alan
Alan Jackson.
Come on, it's not going to be an Alan Jackson. I'm going to give you a video of me in action.
Well, this hasn't been about fashion at all. Let me see.
No, we're not. We're going to...
Oh, it's slum. Oh, you look cute.
Thanks.
Yeah, I see you clenching.
Yeah, do you got to clench? It's posting. Thank you. I'm doing it's on purpose, Jen.
No,
that's
I
the
get
slow
it.
motion one. I got to get you one where I look scared on one. There we go. I'm posting.
These are all slow motion. I know she's trying to seduce me. It's fine, you guys. I'm strong, resilient.
That's Casey. Casey did slow motion. I don't know why.
Did you go with her?
I made her come with me.
Stop trying to seduce our assistant. You
look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now you can see that I'm figuring out where do I put it all. Where do I put it? Forward, backward. Forward, backward.
Yeah.
It's like a deodorant roller where you're like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
She's got definitely has some concern.
Look how I'm flinching and my face is like, you can
I've never
tell
seen
I'm doing
you
a
look
Kegel
so
right
concerned.
there.
I know.
I'm doing a Kegel.
Cute boots,
just
though.
to stay on. Thanks. They're not riding boots, but they worked. All I'm going to say is this.
She's
my
in head to
vagina is
toe
fine.
Lululemon. I think we're safe for the pearl button shirts for a
Oh,
while.
hi. There's my husband just walking away.
Yeah, chucking a can up the driveway.
Nope, that's the Amazon guy.
Oh.
He's going to ring the bell. Hold on a second.
Here's all those shirts. Boy.
Hey, Amazon guy, just hold on. I'm done with the persecution. Those are all flannel shirts and Western wear.
Hey,
from the fort. Here we go.
Here's the dogs. Do we have a mom box? Maybe he's delivering some mail into our mom boxes.
Listen, of course, this sounds like we're hawking it, but we've never been more excited.
We are hawking it, but I think we're super excited about it because
go.
We love wine. You ladies love wine, so we made our own wine. We're drinking it right now. It's rosé and it's delicious.
Okay, this one says, and I will find her name. I'll say it at the end. First day of being a school nurse with kids in the building, and this shows up on my doorstep. Coincidence? I think not. Accomplice Wines at IMOMSOHARD, and that is from, it's hard to see her name.
Send us your pictures,
It's
you guys.
907 Nail Gal. And I just want to give her credit because I want to make sure that I
want to go to her page and see if she has
Oh,
a
it's
bunch
Katie
of
Clausen. I could have just said that. Now I'm giving her, they're like, hey, thanks for giving us all your information.
Yeah.
But I
Her
love that she's a
socials.
school
Hold
nurse. And look, she did a picture of Accomplice.
That looks so good. We got to put those up on
Yeah, add that. Will you add that to the story?
Yeah.
Guys, it makes us, not girls, guys. Evidently, I say guys and man a lot now that I know that I found it funny that my daughter does.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know why, but my daughter says man all the time.
And both of these assholes said, you say man all the time.
Yeah,
it's like, come on, man. And then I rode a horse.
Anytime I accidentally say dude, I'm like,
Kristin.
Just with Kristin.
You know what?
A long road trip.
I would just like to say that I'm looking for support right now. So if any of you out there are into the country western side of anything, that will not judge me if I show up in some western wear.
I won't judge you. I don't know if you find Alan Jackson attractive or if you want to be Alan Jackson.
I'm on the fence because he can write a snappy tune and he's a really good guitar player. I just used him as an example and he had a mullet and I'm going to stand by that. I think mullets are kind of hot. And I think we all can agree that mullets are kind of hot. You kind of like them.
I don't hate a mullet.
Okay. Say cheers to you.
I mean, cheers. Okay, so obviously this Accomplice wine is so good. But when I was out of town for just a day, and I got to see Mandy, who I grew up with, and we put on a little bit of music, and I put on some old country songs that I have not listened to in such a long time.
I can go down a deep rabbit hole of country music.
All right. Oh.
Brooks and Dunn.
Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Dwight
that's what I was.
Yoakam.
Songs came up that I haven't heard.
They're like literally like a banner of our childhood. They were like so ingrained in our upbringing that like we didn't even get to pick our own music until we were like 14.
No, I honestly, my grandparents lived in Oklahoma.
Yeah, you're listening to all it.
Oh my God, it was on like AM radio.
Totally.
It was either that or it was like organ gospel music.
Same.
My grandma had a pipe organ that they bought from a church when it got a new organ.
My grandmother, I didn't know my grandmother for very long. She died when I was pretty young because my grandmother had 13 children. My mom is
She was like, I'm done.
12.
I'm
she's
out.
like, yeah, she's like 140. But God bless her. She's a wonderful woman. But she would.
I'm not laughing that your grandmother died. It's
I have
terrible.
very few memories of my grandfather because he died when my mom was 27. So I would have been like 4. And I remember he's from Holland, and so he had this like Dutch cane, and he loved Lawrence Welk. Do you want to know what it puts years on your life? If you want time to slow down, listen to Lawrence Welk, because as a 4-year-old with probably so much energy, I was like vibrating. My grandfather would put on Lawrence Welk and make me listen to it, and I was like, I'm gonna die here.
Oh my God. So every Sunday we would go pick up my Mimi Flicka from the nursing home.
Is that a woman?
Yeah, my Mimi.
Mimi Flicka?
My dad's mom.
That's a horse.
No, Mimi is what I call my grandparents. So
your grandmother was Mimi,
grandma.
the one that is your mom's.
So my mom's mom was Mimi Skogie because she lived in Muskogee, Oklahoma. And then my dad's mom was Mimi Flicka because my dad's mom was from Sweden, like off the boat Swedish, and then his dad was English, like from England. They were like first generation.
You guys should never go without SPF.
Never.
You guys are like literally. You're so white you reflect.
I'm related to Edgar Allan Poe. Like all we are is sad alcoholics who burn in the sun.
Yeah, you guys have no vitamin D naturally.
Totally. Yeah. So she was Swedish, like literally painted her own furniture and stuff.
God bless her.
But
it's you.
Totally. I know
it's
she
in
had
your DNA.
Like,
that's why I want to go farm shit.
Huge like rhinestone like jewelry and stuff. But the Swedish word for girl is flicka. So Flicka lived in the nursing home.
Oh, God. Here you go, guys.
And we used to go get her every Sunday, and we would take her to Lum's, which was it was a chain restaurant in Bellevue, but they're like literally the last Lum's on earth was in Bellevue still. Like they all shut down except for this one. And we used to take her every Sunday. And what happened every single Sunday was we'd go pick her up. while my mom and dad were getting ready, I would sit and I would watch Solid Gold and the Lawrence Welk Show with her.
Lawrence Welk Show was so boring.
She loved
but it was right after Solid Gold. You're like, how do you put those two together?
I had to do both to get the one. So it was like a package deal. So I would always do it. And so then we would go to Lum's, and then we would bring my grandma back, and she didn't want to go to the home, so she would feign a stroke.
Sure. Who wants to go back to
I don't know.
Shady Pines?
Yeah, and then we would call the rescue squad, and then they'd be like, she's fine. She had too much sugar. She's diabetic. Don't forget. We gotta. And then that was like every Sunday of my life.
Yeah, sounds great.
It was nice.
It sounds really nice.
It really was. And I would get veal parmesan or chicken parmesan at Lum's. It was delicious.
I loved. We were the same. We had like this Sunday ritual when I was really little, because my grandparents had a farm, which is where I fell in love with horses. My grandfather was a very well-known horseman. He just had like the touch, like he's quiet, and he was kind of like, he was just very relaxed, which is.
You had to. Well, he worked with horses.
He was a farmer. But his brother was a known like sold horses, and they would have these incredible quarter horses. And I remember one time we went to my Uncle Perce's farm, and he had Uncle Perce and Percy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And he had a horse walker, which looks like, you know what I'm talking about? It looks like a merry-go-round, and it has like the things. And my friend Danelle and I, it was after church one time, and my dad, like, I don't know if he started talking or having a beer or something. It was probably 11 a.m. beer, probably. And we let the horse walker like drag us in the dirt, and it like crushed our outfits and killed our brand new sandals. My dad got an ass chewing, not only from my mom, but Danelle's. He got nothing left by the time it was over.
Oh yeah.
But my grandfather was like a known horseman, and we would go out together, and I remember him like leaning on the fence and watching like a quarter horse, whether they were breaking him or whether they were like riding him, or to see how, and he would give his 2 cents on if the horse was worth it or something. And it was just awesome to see him. And he was so confident with horses. Meanwhile, my dad, and this is where like nature nurture comes into play, because my dad was adopted. And I was like, there is no man that should steer as clear from horses as my.
It's like causing a stampede.
Oh my God. If my dad walked up to a horse, that horse was like, fuck you. You are not getting on my back. And this horse that was like such a gentle giant would like take off on my dad. My dad is awful with horses, but my grandfather was so good, and I loved it.
That's
so like
the thing.
It was my takeaway.
That's why you're loving those horses too, even though they hurt your choo-choo. It's nice, like.
I remember all the smells and the love that I had for being outside. And I don't know if I'm like going through something, but I have this like real need to like connect and like get back to what I know. And Eleanor has such like, what do you call it? Like where she like wants to live. She wants to hear about Nebraska and what it was like to grow up on a farm. And she's a city kid. So like this has been a really great way to like kind of bridge the gap between the two things. And she's loving it, and she's so good, and it's not bullshit. She did a thing where she was posting with no hands. She was standing on the horse and sitting down with no hands. I couldn't do it without my hands today. She's like, you can take your hands off, and I'm like, nope, I can't. This lady will fall off the horse and break her back, and my vagina's already broken. Thank you.
Well, I was telling Delilah, and I don't know how we got on the topic of it. It might have been talking about Eleanor writing or something like that, but I was explaining to Delilah how to feed horses, because she's never seen how big they are. She's never seen like how they eat, how they can bite and stuff.
They gnaw. They kind of like, I mean, listen, horses can be mean like any animal. Yeah. But like generally they're so loving.
I think we were watching America's Funniest Videos.
They're hilarious. There's this one.
Oh, that's what it was. This horse kept opening the door to eat its friend's food. It was so amazing.
They're smart, but they'll like put their head between the gate just because they want like cuddles or attention, and they kill me. And their noses are so soft, and like they're just these big animals that take care of you, and like they respond to you. Like there's a TikTok of this girl, she's like bawling, and she's like, we don't deserve horses.
Yeah.
Because they make you feel so overwhelmed, because they're so big and beautiful, but they're really.
Watch for my dog video coming out soon.
Yeah, watch for Jen's dog video. I believe that with dogs. I believe it with any creature.
Did I tell you I'm mad at my husband because I wanted a dog for my birthday and he didn't get me one?
I'm going to plead the fifth and go ahead and just not have an opinion on this.
Did you talk to him?
No. I just think your necklace is really cool.
It's not a dog.
It's not a dog. It is something that you can wear and enjoy and put away and not have to deal with. It's not a dog. I'm sorry. How many dogs do you have right now?
2.5.
That's not right. You have 3 dogs. Don't call
2.5.
Jupiter a half.
He is a half.
He's just a little bit.
Hanging
He has
on.
to wear a muzzle all the time, and he's got cataracts. That's, you know what?
This dog wears a muzzle and still attacks other dogs. What I mean,
I love Jupiter. That street dog is a. I guess you just described me. What? Wait. What? Am I the half? Am I the half?
he can't be fully present because he's blind, he's deaf, and he has to wear a muzzle because he fights everything. He will try to fight our sofa, Kristin. He's not safe, but I can't. I don't have the heart to put him down, but I'm going to have to. And so I need another dog to take his place.
I feel like I'm not the person to talk to about this.
Then get me a horse.
Fine. Let's go on a horse. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to a horse. I think we're going to wrap up this episode called Horse Fashion.
Okay, bye.
Bye.